Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Practical Tarot. Today's reading is What is written in your destiny? What's coming next in your destiny? Let's see the energies that they are coming to you. I'm gonna channel wherever messages it's coming for you. Love, career, general message. Maybe you are changing as a pattern, as a psychology. You're making changes in your life. And let's see. I have an announcement to make. First of all, I reached 1,000 subscribers, and soon enough, I'm gonna get monetized, and I'm very, very happy about that. And I want to thank you all about your support. I want to thank you for your comments. From last year, from the first people that came here till today, I always read the comments, and this is what kept me going because I felt that I'm doing something right, and that the majority of people are satisfied. Of course, I cannot satisfy everyone. This is absolutely natural and normal. And I'm always going to say this. When something doesn't resonate, you don't have to stay on a reading that triggers you, that hurts your feelings, ever. Okay? So I am a listener also on pick a cards. This is how I started in the first place when I first discovered YouTube has pick a cards. So sometimes I will pick a pile and it wasn't resonating, and I'm just gonna shut it off. And sometimes, yes, I did got hurt. Sometimes I didn't like the message. So I have my likes and my dislikes. So never ever force yourself for a reading, especially when it's something that hurts your feelings, ever. Okay? But the vast majority of my readings usually are positive, and because I have experiences in life, and my experience in life is 99% of the problems you can solve. There is realistically a 1% of problems that sometimes we cannot solve. Unfortunately, this is the reality of the 3D, but 99% you can solve. And there is always, I'm positive because the majority of times I was protected. The majority of times, yes, it wasn't a fairy tale, my life. Like I would get over something and then something else will come back that it was negative. So it's not an easy life, but I always come on top over and over and over again. So this is why you see me in my readings. I am leaning towards solving the problem, because you can. The vast majority of problems you can. Of course, I don't know specifically each and everyone's problem, so I'm reading energies. Okay, so we have this. What can we do? So this is my style, and it's up to you if you like, if you resonate, especially with your personality. Some people don't. It's natural, it's normal. We cannot be likable to everybody, okay? We cannot resonate with everybody, and I believe having 1,000 subscribers is a huge success for me, for something that is the first time in my life I am approaching, and I am learning with you. I am learning with you about the energies and exploring beautiful things in life through the cards. And it's actually quite elegant. And thank you for the support. Really, it's I believe I'm planning to continue this, and I believe it's going to be a very unique, a beautiful ride in my life and a beautiful experience. And I believe together, setting positive vibes together, I believe we can affect one another in a very positive way. So yeah, so let's go to the reading. Thank you for anyone who stayed listening. Thank you for staying listening. So we have pile number 1 with wisdom and communication, pile number 2 with heritage and possessions, and pile number 3 with static force and defense. So take a few seconds to concentrate. You may pause the video. And let's get started with pile number 1 with a beautiful crystal, clear quartz, and the dragonfly, wisdom and communication. I'm going to read from the book about this specific card. So what is in your destiny? Well, the obvious, it's wisdom, right? Wisdom is in your future. Most likely you are growing and you are maturing to be wiser and wiser and wiser. So answers, let's see, 36. Answers. Wisdom and communication. Runic poem. The mouth is the beginning of all speech, a support to wisdom and a comfort to the wise, and a prosperity and trust to every earl. Okay, I'm going to make a pause. Sorry for being annoying. There was this story. Now, I don't remember it word to word, but I remember the gist of it. So there was this ancient philosopher, and he was telling to the people in ancient Greece, I think it was Aristotle, to be honest. I think it was Aristotle. And he said that being a philosopher would usually translate also have a certain level of wisdom. And prosperity is the trigger word here. So this is what I am, this is my example, it's going to be about being an observer of things, because philosopher needs to be an observer so he or she can make conclusions. Aristotle, it wasn't the biggest feminist though, so don't get triggered, but his story has some value. So he said, I'm going to prove to you that you can use philosophy to make money. It's true. You can use wisdom to be profitable without the negative, without the negativity. So he said, I'm checking out the weather, and you will see that according to my observations of the weather, especially back then that they had to do a lot of observations to understand how the weather will go, he said that this year the crops will be so prosperous that I'm going to invest in this because this is what I am noticing about the weather. And so he did. And he invested in the crops, and actually it was one of the best years. And he made a lot of money, and he proved that philosophy is not just sitting around, and wisdom is not just sitting around. Wisdom requires a person who has worked a lot in their lifetime. And by observing something and by having realistic, critical thought about something, you can make money. Because what we see about the politicians, you observe, this is how people make money, for example, at Forex with currency exchange. This is what they do. They observe politicians, they know the personalities, they know how they behave, and then they can make the buy or the sell euro, dollar, for example, and this is how they make money. So basically, people who invest in learning, people who invest in observing, you don't need to have a PhD sometimes to observe. Observe, it can be done even by someone who is literally a garbage man or a waitress. It's about observing, it's about to have this trait as a personality. So that the more you observe something, the bigger the wisdom you will get. So the bigger you will know how to handle whatever you want to do, so you can be prosperous and abundant. So yes, this is related. It's not just about being wisdom and have white hair. You can profit from that. So let's read. I'm going to read the rest. Ansus, I hope I pronounced that correct, symbolizes intelligence, knowledge, mental abilities, and heralds a period of spiritual awakening. You will be called to explore spiritual matters, to try to acquire wisdom, to understand events and people around you. This is exactly what I said. And I haven't read, you see, I haven't read the book. Answers can be seen as a time where it is good to take advice from elders and people who have more significant life experience than you. This will allow you to move forward with more caution and moderation in your life. Don't ignore messages just because you don't like their content. Every experience can be a lesson for you to see the truth and your knowledge and wisdom. Divinatory meaning. Inheritance of knowledge, messages, communication, guidance, advice, creativity, wisdom, intelligence, inspiration, and knowledge. Zodiac sign Gemini, planet Mercury, okay. So, exactly, and my example says that you can be profitable as well. So, let's see the tarots, let's see this wisdom, where is going to lead you? What kind of path is going to lead you down to? Let's see. Let's see the path this wisdom is going to lead you. And of course, with wisdom, you can pick and choose much better your friends, your special person, your lovers. You can pick them much better when you have wisdom. You can raise your children to be much, much better. Of course, especially children, they're always going to cause some trouble. So, it's normal, especially teenagers. But the more you are a wise person, the more you can deliver the message to them, and much easier. So basically, it's really, it's an asset to have, to acquire wisdom by day. So, Dawn of Swords, I believe, is the Page of Swords. Ten of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, lovely. Ten of Pentacles, even more lovely. And Five of Wands. Exactly. So, basically, this is your path here. And if this is your destiny and you only have a Ten of Wands, which is hard work, okay, you're going to be busy in your life. And Five of Wands might be competition in your life. You might be in competitive job. But this is your destiny. Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. So by that means, your destiny is to be to create a legacy. Now, I believe the vast majority of you're going to be very prosperous. You're going to have enough money. Some of you're going to create a huge legacy, maybe multi-million you're going to create. And this is going to be passed, this legacy is going to be passed to your children and your children's children. Even legacy can mean a specific technique or a craft. For example, you are making handmade wood tables and furniture, and you pass along this legacy, you pass along the craft and the skill. So you might be fifth generation of musicians, you might be third generation of policemen, even that. So whatever job you're doing, you're going to pass it along because you're going to get great at your job. So your destiny is to perfect whatever skill you have, and you're going to pass it along. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're a teacher and you pass along to your students. Or maybe you are thinking to becoming a teacher and to pass it along to your students. So it's basically, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of learning, it's a lot of observation, and with the Five of Wands, it's you're gonna have opposition. Maybe you're going to make something that today we have it as a taboo. Maybe it's something new, too new, and of course, as usual, humanity is jealous and envious, and they have to oppose. It's kind of becoming like the classic story of the underdog and the hero. So yes, and basically, yes, I do see you as a heroic person, and I do see you being the main character, for sure. So let's see more cards. Seven of Pentacles, exactly. So you have grown, you already have a lot of wisdom. So use your knowledge that you have till today. Spirit of Swords, this is the Knight of Swords, eagerness and tenacity. So your destiny is to go out there and grab life by the hair and make it your own. So you own it. You're gonna own this life 100%. Seven of Cups, you might have might be times that you are a little bit confused. There might be times that you have a lot of options, and there might be times that you're going to get multiple income. Some of you're interested in expanding. You might expand and you might have multiple sources of income. And Seven of Wands, you're going to be victorious because the Seven of Wands, it's after the Six, so you are already victorious. And since there is competition, the Seven of Wands means that you already are above everybody else and you basically fight them off. Basically, for example, let's say what kind of innovation Apple does and fights off opposition with other type of businesses, brands. So yeah. And one more card. The Priestess, of course. We have wisdom. This is the High Priestess, illumination and knowledge. So you're going to be so knowledgeable about what you do, about your craft. They're going to be so perfect that it's amazing the accomplishment you're going to have in your life and how you're going to nurture people around you, how you're going to nurture yourself above all, and you're going to have this great expertise. And because I don't live in USA, I don't know too much about certain ladies. I don't follow them religiously. But there is Martha Stewart. I remember her because when I was having my shop at Etsy, I remember her name coming, Shabby Chic. Supposedly, it's a trademark, and we cannot use it in our graphics and stuff like that. So I was checking out a lot of trademarks, and we had to be cautious. And Martha Stewart, right now, she's like 80 plus, 80 years old, 80 years old, and she's still working. Do you understand? She's 80 years old. I mean, she's my role model right now. Because if you're feeling that you're entering your 30s and your life is like is going to stop, I mean, please remember Martha Stewart. You can literally be 60 right now or 50. Please remember Martha Stewart. She has like this cosmetic line coming out. And then it's the other lady with the painting, the chalk paint. I don't remember her name. I didn't knew, but let me check it out for 1 second. Her name. Let me put because it's important. Sorry about that. Let me see. Yeah, the picture is good. She's very important. Because the chalk paint, because she started 70 years old, 60 years old, she created the chalk paint, and it's like amazing. This is amazing. Excuse me for 1 second to find her name. Annie Sloan. Yeah, Annie Sloan chalk paint. I read it that she is the creator of the chalk paint, and she's like 80 as well, and she's still working. So basically, your destiny. Of course, I'm not indicating that you're gonna still work. I mean, especially if you don't have to, but they create a legacy. Okay, those two ladies created a great legacy, and they created a lot of money, and age does not stop them. They don't care. They don't care at all. So basically, this is your destiny. You keep walking and have those two ladies, check them out. Like they are role models for all of us women, okay? And they're amazing. Like I am so, I'm 43 and I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to stop. I'm never stopping in my life, no matter the age. You can never know when it's going to be your time. And they had recognition later in life. Okay, so they are great examples. And this is what I see in your destiny here. I see you creating greatness, absorbing this knowledge and using this knowledge even a later life. It's never the end, like ever. So take care of yourself, take care of your diet. Youth doesn't have to stop. Don't be sad about losing youth. You can reverse it. There are indications today that we can reverse our biological age through nutrition. Take care of yourself, take care of everything, take care of your life, nurture yourself, and you will see that you can be an example today about not aging, for example. Try to go to the gym, maybe taking dancing classes, some sports activity, anything, to keep you young. Continue, for example, do you know what I do to make my mind sharp? Many times I avoid a calculator and I'm trying to do math inside my head. And this is exercising your brain. And I play video game. And yes, I play World of Warcraft because it's stimulating my brain and my reflexes to think fast. Yes, I am 43 years old and I'm playing World of Warcraft almost daily, like an hour, and it's stimulating my brain. So I'm not going to lose my brain. And I do math. So I strongly suggest to many of you either do solve puzzles, for example, have some stimulating, but it has to be a stimulating game, like you have to work it, not those Facebook games that they might not be. Play chess, something that requires thinking and problem solving. So let's see more. This is lovely reading. Like I love sending messages like this. Like you can, the Homo sapiens, when they want to and when they choose to, they can do so much greatness. Like, believe me. And I know that some of you, you might be on a down phase, like, oh, I'm feeling down and blah, blah, blah. But trust me when I say, keep going, keep walking, keep having hope and faith. You will see that the wheel will turn. And let's see. Vitality. Exactly. Vitality. What I was saying. Take care of your diet. We don't have to age right now. And we have accomplished so much as humanity. We need to see the positive and stay on the positive. And transition. Exactly. Vitality, transition. You can make a transition in your life, especially if you're feeling right now like a little bit down. You can shift this. You can change your mindset. You can make the choice of taking care of yourself, and little by little because you source flower of life, because you can connect to the source. We are all connected to the source, and the source, if you ask it, is going to be given. Ask the source what you want and it's going to be given. So yeah, I think I've said enough. I don't want to have too long of readings because people are getting bored. I believe that this pile, whoever chooses this pile, it can done great things in your life. And even if you don't become a millionaire, it's okay. You can be like a third, you can create a craft that nobody else has. Even if it's something small, still is going to be abundant. Whatever abundant means to you, you can still be abundant. You can always have enough money. So money is not an issue here because you are a creator of abundance. And this is beautiful. So this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings. And I will move to pile number 2. Pile number 2 with Othala, heritage and possessions. So let's read from the book about the message, heritage and possessions. Some of you might literally inherit something. Othala. Let's see. Othala, heritage and possessions. Runic poem. A homeland is very dear to every man, if there he may enjoy in his household what is right and fitting, very often with its fruits. Okay. Wisdom of Othala. Othala reminds you of the importance of the initiatory teachings you inherit from your ancestors through the traditions and myths that constitute your true heritage. Othala strengthens your ties with other members of your entourage or your family in general. Entourage, I think. I'm sorry if I pronounce this right. Entourage. You benefit from the teachings of your predecessors, sorry about that as well. Do not waste this precious knowledge by looking down on it, for the positive and negative experiences of your ancestors will put you on the right path if you take the time to meditate on them. Othala also represents maturity. Anyone who has been able to work through the difficulties and joys that life has thrown at them will be able to draw on wisdom and knowledge to help themselves and others. Divinatory meaning: stable situation, security, success, harmony with family, friends, ancestors, material or spiritual inheritance, succession, homeland, home, past knowledge, traditions, wisdom, and values. Okay, so I have a small story to tell you. There was this many years ago, it was like 9 years now, or 8, something like that. So there was this NASA announcement that they accept applications for a position of protector of the earth. Of course, what they meant from extraterrestrial, what they meant, it was like you basically needed a biology degree because about bacteria, extraterrestrial bacteria to protect. But the way they said it was like, sounded so superhero-ish, so movie-like. I guess they did it on purpose, so it would make people, it might be like a boring job, not sounding too boring, like protector of the earth. So I said, one time I want like have children and to study with my children, and I want to get a biology degree. So I would love to do that. Like this is on my bucket list, and one day I just wanna send the application. So it was a big thing over the internet, and I said it to a couple of friends, and of course my educated friends, they were like loving, and we were laughing, and you know, kind of funny. And the person that I wanted to have a relationship with, he told me plainly, when I say that to him, he said, if I didn't knew you, I would think that you are on drugs. Of course, he's an ex, that's it. And that was the end of it, of course. And I said, okay, thank you so much, yay. So after a few years, because it says about inheritance, and it's important for me to speak about that, so you can understand what I'm trying to say. After a couple of years, of course, many people make fun of me. The side of that person make fun of me about the crazy things that I'm talking about. And after a couple of years, my mother said, hey, your cousin has been accepted to Harvard. I said, wow, he got, what's it called, the word? He got accepted by... I don't remember the word, but it was for free, basically for free, because he was exceptional on his grades. And I said, wow, the congratulations. And last year, I don't know what he was doing in Harvard, because we have lost a little bit contact. It was from another relative that we heard of that. Last year, I heard he was accepted at NASA. My cousin, my second cousin, is working for NASA. Do you understand that I had the tendency, my DNA was calling, my DNA. So basically, check out your roots because your heritage might be something you haven't discovered yet. It might be in your DNA. It is in my DNA. And from the same relatives, the cousin of my grandfather, he is like a big shot in biology related in USA, in America, and his life is not so known to us to the point that he had escort from the US government to come and visit his relatives here. I don't know what kind of big shot he is, whatever he's doing, but apparently he's like this big shot. And I realize that my choices, they were beneath my DNA. So I never looked back. The moment I realized that I am coming from people who have reached certain levels of great things in the past, I started following my intuition, and I believe that this is the message for you as well. Like, I believe you have something in your DNA that is destined to do something in your life. It is written in your DNA. Whatever you're feeling, whatever is nagging you, it is written in your DNA. So let's see the tarot cards. I'm sorry for the long intro. So let's see the tarot. And maybe you will discover, if you check out your relatives, maybe you will discover things of your personality and natural tendency that another relative had. So you will realize that it is in your nature. So let's see. The Fool, optimism and freedom. Eight of Swords, exactly. You are going to be free. The Hierophant. Eight of Cups. And Four of Cups. Wow. It is in your destiny to do something free. It is in your destiny to let go of the chains. It is in your destiny to walk away from whatever doesn't serve you. And it is in your destiny to discover, to make this new start so you can create with the Hierophant, you can create a base, a solid foundation in your life that it will take you out from the Four of Cups, which is apathy. But here it says contemplation and reevaluation. So I'm going to go with this deck. I'm not going to go with the apathy. I'm going to go with the contemplation and reevaluation. So you reevaluate your life. This is what I did when I heard that my cousin is at NASA. I reevaluate my life. And of course, I have another relative very far back in time, and he had trait in his personality, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like in my personality is like this relative. So you're evaluating your life because you're hearing about something someone somewhere did, and it's like you are changing, and this is your inheritance. This is your heritage, and there is something solid spiritually and knowledge, and there is something solid and some knowledge you're going to have that is going to change your life, certain type of knowledge that is going to break you from the Eight of Swords, overcoming fears and self-entrapment. You're not going to trap yourself anymore to lower level. You're going to upgrade. So I see it is in your destiny to take a leap of faith with optimism and have it a new direction in your life that it will upgrade your life. So basically, from dating, if you're single, of course, from dating people that they're not at your level, you don't see them anymore. Like they're like, you're gonna be like, no, I am more picky than that. I just don't want just anyone. I am much more I forget the word again. I am much more elegant. I am much more, you know, Five of Wands. I'm much more elegant and I'm much more picky to choose the right person for me who is more upscale than others. So let's see more. Five of Pentacles. So you might have been through a lot of financial instabilities. Yes. And that the solid foundation that you are building is going to lead you to the Nine of Pentacles. Spirit of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So you're going to hear very good news, opportunity and creativity. And then the King of Swords, very good. King of Swords. You might meet someone who is logical, who is practical, and King of Swords, please remember it's a king. So that means he's already in his greatness, in his throne. So you basically, if you are single, you're going to meet or you already know someone who is like the King of Swords. Logical, maybe a lawyer, maybe a doctor, maybe someone with tech, working with tech. So basically your destiny is to be financially very independent, abundance and fortitude, very independent. You're going to recover from any financial restraints. You're going to recover from any financial fallout. You might be with the Five of Wands. You might have fought a lot in your life, but your destiny, you see how they are in the middle, Hierophant and Nine of Pentacles, and good news with the Knight of Cups. You are going to change so much your life and to have this upgrade in your life, and you're going to do it maybe with the help of the King of Swords or someone who has those traits at that certain moment. And of course, it might be also your spouse. And yes, there is leveling up. This is what I see. What I see for you. Your destiny is to upgrade in your status. So greater status, greater upgrade, and you will learn something that it is in your DNA. It is. This is who you are. You are a little bit higher than some other people. And this is what I discover sometimes. People, I don't want to say working class and sound like a snob, but the truth is some people, there is a percentage in this type of class, in this type of people, in this type of group of people, like this, my ex, because he was working in a factory, and it's just they don't want to have inspirations. They don't want you to have to look higher. They don't want that. So don't feel sorry always for people who don't achieve too much. because sometimes it's their choice. This is what I learned. Like, I don't always feel sorry for someone who has something negative, who doesn't make too much money, because sometimes, not all the times, of course, but sometimes I see plain clearly, this is my wisdom, it is their choice. This is the path they choose to, and whoever tries to do something better with their life, they're those downers. Like, yeah. So please shield yourself from those individuals. Shield yourself and see, dice and change. Shield yourself from those individuals and don't give them attention, like avoid them. So there is change here. Of course there is change. We have the Eight of Cups. There is a new direction that you are going now with your life and you are upscaling. I want to see this. Independence. Feline, independence, and there is the cat. Of course, independence. And let's see one more card. Perception, Jaguar. Oh, I love jaguars. Perception. So you're going to perceive, you're going to have such a keen mind, such perception of life and wisdom, like the one I said, that sometimes people, it is like they want to be poor, they want to be in a lower level. It's up to them. So your perception will change and you are going to make many changes. And I always remember one thing. Always try to hang out with people who are better than you. Why? Because you can learn something. I'm not talking about snobs, like, oh, I'm better than you, like showing off. I'm not talking about that type of group. I'm talking about people who actually are better and they are willing to share their knowledge and their wisdom. So there is an upgrade in your life. You're going to be financially very abundant, but not also financially. It's going to have, with the Hierophant, with spirituality and knowledge, it's going to have a solid base. So basically, once you achieve this, you're never going to lose it. And even if you're going to lose something, you can still make it, like Trump. Like, I know Trump is not in the best light, but, you know, I always learn in my life to take the best qualities of a person. And the truth is, he's also a person who became president, and he was a businessman. Out of nowhere, he became president twice in his age. So you see how people in later ages, they can accomplish, and he lost his fortune and he regained his fortune. Like, I'm just gonna take that from Trump, you know, not the not the rest, that the stuff he does and says. Either this channel is political. I'm just going to take as a human what he has achieved. Well, he lost his fortune, he regained it. Why? Because he has knowledge. He has done something right to do that. So yeah, I'm just going to take that, even from someone who might be a bit negative for some people. So yes, even negative people, even people who we feel certain negativity, there is something to learn. So be open of learning. There is, especially when they are successful. So be open, and especially when they are successful, avoid what you think that they're doing wrong. So if you see someone that does something wrong, All learn from that. Okay, what not to do. Like where if I succeed, when I succeed, what not to do. So yeah, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and I will move to pile number 3. Pile number 3 with a celestite and 3 says static force and defense. So let's read from the book. Okay. 3 says static force and defense. Runic poem. Thorns are severely sharp. To anything seizing it is an evil, measurelessly cruel to every man who comes to resist opponent. Everything, to anything seizing it is an evil. I'm not sure what thing means, but let's read more. Urus represents the wild forces within us. Thurisas, from a static inert strength, calls from wisdom and mastery of these forces. It has both a positive and negative meaning. It represents both attack and defense, even if the latter translate above all a protective action, which, like a thorn, is defensive, even almost passive, in the face of the aggressor. Thurisas thus invites you to balance the raw energies that animate you. It encourages you to dominate yourself in order to control the bad reflexes that persist, as well as your own impulses that prevent you from acting. Go beyond your limits and try to draw positive elements from each trial or situation. Divinatory meaning. Resistance, defense, danger, warning, fight, conflict, struggles, trials, decision to be made, suffering, difficult moment, need to find stability and awakening. Wow, it's a lot of things going on. So let's see your destiny. Defense, be in defense. I'm going to put this here and just go with the tarot. So you might be in a defensive mode right now. Yeah, let's see. Five of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Lovely. King of Swords. Six of Swords. So in this moment of your life, you might be in a very defensive mode, especially if you have emotional and financial issues. But with the Knight of Pentacles, there is stability in your destiny. There is the Four of Wands. There will be celebrations, big celebrations. And of course, if you are single, it might literally indicating a marriage. And especially with someone like the King of Swords. And then with the Six of Swords, resolution and moving on, you will move on to calmer waters and you will resolve whatever situation you had a problem with. So wherever it make you very defensive, maybe it was a situation with your family, in your environment, in your work, wherever environment it was that make you so defensive, now is going to have to change. So it is in your destiny to live a peaceful life, a much better peaceful life. So let's see more. Maybe this is why you chose also the Celestite. Maybe this is what you need in your life right now, some peace and quiet, and to enjoy life, you know. This is what people do. They need to enjoy life and indulge a little bit. Look at that, 10 of Cups. Exactly. This is what you need. And 4 of Swords. Yes, rest. Rest and enjoy life. The Priestess, illumination and knowledge. King of Pentacles. So we have a second person here. And fortitude with vitality and courage. And this is strength. So you are so strong, and the Thurisaz, the rune, says that as well. You have tremendous strength, and this strength is going to help you to have this happily ever after. Your destiny is to live the happy ever after. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Look at that. Abundance and attainment, prosperity and harmony. This is in your destiny. And you have such strength, such inner strength, that you will achieve this in a great manner. Now, when it's going to happen, I don't think it's going to be too long, because you don't have negative cards here, actually, and you have a second king, King of Pentacles. That one of the two might represent you, of course. So I believe it's going to happen when you gain enough illumination and knowledge. Now, when that is going to be, for some of you, it might be in a months, and some of you might take a couple of years. It really depends your age, really depends your experiences, and of course in your destiny. For if this is something that you want, is marriage, is union, and you have twice marriage and union, and you have two kings, King of Pentacles and King of Swords. You might be in between, or you might had like a long-term relationship with one of the two, and then you're gonna get married to, there's a new person coming. I mean, really depends your situation. Take this as resonates. So it's your destiny to maybe to have family, to have kids, to live in peace, to have the dream like marriage. This is what your destiny shows to me so far, and to resolve whatever issues and worries that you have. And of course, abundance, great abundance. You're gonna get a lot of money. And I see you like a people's person, like you having really good people skills, and you're gonna get along, because King of Swords and King of Pentacles, they are both like nice kings. King of Swords is a little bit too much truthful for the taste of certain people, so it's up to you if you like that type of truth. Listen, ears, and has the elephant. The elephant has great memory, and it can remember you even after years. So listen to the people, what they're saying to you. Listen to your spouse, listen to your other half, and make conclusions after you listen. Be observant, and you will see things in a different perspective, so you can realize that, first of all, you're not alone. This is why we have two kings. You're not alone. You're not going to be alone. You're not going to be single. And especially if you already have someone, you're going to live really good times with that person. Really good times with that person. or better times. Like if you have problems right now and issues, this is going to change. You're going to have a different page in your life and in your marriage from now on, and you're going to have much better times with your spouse. Lightness, exactly. Life is going to be further. Yeah, lightness and further. Life is going to be much lighter from now on. This Five of Pentacles, this heavy, this burden, this insecurity, you're gonna walk away. It's in your destiny to change and to have a celebration of life. And integrity, horns, integrity. And we have the bull. Integrity. And you're going to make that change with integrity. So you're going to be a lady or a gentleman. So you're making those changes in your life, and it's you're going to do them with this air of elegance. And I see great family here, like a lot of family vibes in this reading. Maybe you're going to be a great motherhood, great parent, parenthood, fatherhood. Maybe you're a great father. You support your kids. Very nurturing. This is very nurturing and celebratory. So you are shifting to going into calmer waters and have a more peaceful life. And yeah, this is your destiny. A peaceful life, whatever that means to you. And fulfillment. Maybe 10 of Cups, it might be with animals. Maybe it's with something else. But your destiny is to be fulfilled emotionally and to live in abundance and attainment, and to have celebrations, lot of celebrations and lot of prosperity. And I see you working with people, like there is many people you are working with, and you are celebrating all together the changes and the beauty. There is something beautiful that you are creating in your life. Maybe something creative. Maybe you are in arts, maybe you are a graphic designer and you are creating weddings, and you're a planner, you're planning weddings. Yeah. It's a little bit short of a message, but this is what I see for you. And with strength, your power is great. You have great power inside of you. You can overcome everything. Even though I don't see major opposition here. So I believe from now on, the road, it will be open for you. So this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you and bye-bye.